Thank you very much.
Cheers.
Cheers, bud.
Cold enough?
Yeah.
Right, okay. Well, Alex, everything you probably wanted today, a win, a clean sheet, and another step in the right direction. You must be very pleased again.
Yeah, we're very pleased. Obviously, our main sort of port of call was to come and try and win the game. I think only frustrating thing from our point of view is it probably should have been more. We created a number of opportunities. And I think these games are always difficult, because you're coming to a team that's under pressure and you're just hoping that you can perform well enough. I think both sets of players deserve a lot of credit as well, because I think they were much more testing conditions than what they probably looked. I was starting the touchline, the wind was swirling. When the snow started, you could see it didn't go in any one direction. So it was a difficult sort of platform really to play football in, but I thought we did that very well. I thought we created the best opportunities in the game, and like I say, I thought we went ahead. You could see automatically their heads going down, and then obviously the sending off really changes the game, and for that point we should go and really put the game to bed.
You mentioned that heads went down from the Sunderland point of view. We seem to hear, I don't know whether you were aware of it, but one or two sarcastic jeers, boos, even very, very early on in the game when Sunderland players made mistakes. That can't have helped their cause, and maybe it assisted your cause as well, do you think, on the day?
Yeah, listen, it's really tough because it's hard for me to comment. Obviously, I don't know the ins and outs of the circumstance behind the scenes. But if you look at this football club, it's an enormous football club. Even when you walk through the corridors, everything's there for everybody to see. The stadium is excellent, and it's a real shame that they're in the position that they're in. Because I think everybody wants the big clubs to be strong, to have sort of good seasons and show what they're capable of doing. And unfortunately, that's not the case here. So, but Chris is obviously working hard to try and turn that round.
We'll come to the goals in a minute, but there was an important save early on from Chris Maxwell, who, he's had to bide his time in recent weeks. He's got his opportunity today, and that was a vital save early on, wasn't it, with his legs?
Yeah, I can't actually remember what one you're talking about.
I think when the striker went through inside right channel.
Oh yeah, okay.
It's safe.
Yeah, no, it was a decent save. I would expect Maxie to make that save. I think equally we had some opportunities where we probably should do a lot bit better as well. But I think the start of any game, certainly first 20-25 minutes, normally is quite finely poised. And you're feeling your way into the game, certainly the conditions, as I said. So we needed to move the ball a little bit better than what we did in that opening period. And then I thought we started to settle down. We made a sort of tactical change at half time where we moved Sean into the flank and brought Callum in. I just felt that they were denying the space in behind, so Sean's threat in terms of stretching it wasn't really there. And what happened was we started stretching it for wide areas, and Callum sunk in as a sort of false nine and played in between the lines, and I thought they found it really difficult to deal with that, because you end up sort of disjointing their back four, because some of them are going in, some of them are sort of going long to try and stop the runners. So I thought that certainly helped us. We've used that in a number of games, which that's been sort of the ploy for the opposition. So again today it worked for us, which is good.
And another fine goal for Sean Maguire to add to the collection on St Patrick's Day as well. Full length header.
Yeah, listen, that's him. I think he's got 5 goals now in 4 games. And that's probably the one area we've really been lacking at times this season. When we're on top and we should finish games off, we need that guy who can put the ball in the net, and Sean's certainly done that for us. So I didn't think his first half was great, to be honest. I didn't think he linked the game as well as he can. I still think he's a little bit away from being at his best. But the one thing is if you give him an opportunity in about the box, he's capable of scoring.
How do you see it now? 8 games to go, 2 points off the playoffs. You've moved up a place. Just how encouraged are you with the league position at this point?
Yeah, well, I think we should be delighted with what we're doing just now. We're mixing it with big teams at that level, and we're in a fantastic position. We've got 2 points now for 2 teams that we're chasing, not only one anymore. We're in good form. We bounced back for Fulham last week, which we played very well, and we played better last week than we did today. And then obviously we've scored another 2 goals today, get the clean sheet today. We've got an international where quite a few of our players now are getting recognition in terms of getting called up. So we've moved on considerably for the start of the season to where we are now. But we've got 8 games now, and like I say to the players, there's no point being a good player and because people want to talk about you when you achieve something. We want to achieve something, so we've got 8 games now to try and make sure that happens.
A word on Declan Rudd, not available today. We understand his wife's gone into labour.
Yeah, it's a second kid, so normally it pops out pretty quick, but it's not happened this time. So they were in labour for late last night till today. Sorry, Hannah. But yeah, it took its time, so unfortunately couldn't make it.
Do we know if it's been if it's been born?
I think it is a boy, but
Right.
it's not born yet. So I don't know if it is now. It might be. So if he came and watched that game towards the end, he might get stressed out enough if they come out. So, but yeah, we need to move the ball better at the end. You know, that's probably the one wee bit I was a bit frustrated with. But I don't want to take any sort of shine off the win, which was really important to us.
Just a final one from me. Do you have a slight dilemma now because you've kept a clean sheet? Chris Maxwell's come in, done well. And Declan has kind of missed out really by default in that he's not injured or anything or dropped.
Yeah, no, I think, see, as a manager, when you've got a squad of good players and they're doing very well for you, because we've chopped and changed quite a few players over the course of the season, you know, for one reason or another, either a loss of form or somebody else is looking very good and looking sharp, or just freshening it up and somebody comes in and deserves to keep their place. So the difficulty you've always got as a manager is you've got 11 guys that are happy and then you've got other guys who are frustrated and want to play. Do you know what I mean? So my job's to make sure, try and keep an even keel and keep a balance with that, and make sure that when the guys are coming back in, they're in a good frame of mind. So I think with how good a season we've had, with the improvement we've made individually and collectively, that's been relatively simple this season for us. So we just need to hopefully try and keep that going.
You had lots of possession in the first half, Alex, was at half time, just sort of getting that message across, just be a little bit more critical.
Yeah, I thought our final pass let us down at times. You know, I thought our movement at the top end of the pitch, we talk about sort of short to long movements, so if Shawnee's dropping short, one of the other lads need to stretch the game to make sure we can try and disrupt that back four. The full-backs were going to be the outlets because they played a 3-5-2. We didn't move the ball across the pitch quick enough, you know, and to be honest, with a trial run at it at Bolton, I mean, they played the exact same way and we picked them apart. I don't think we were as fluent today as what we were in that game, so that was a bit frustrating. But I think as the game wore on, we got the goal, you could see we grew in confidence a little bit for there.
You say a lot of possession for after 60% possession, you know, it's a good way to box it in.
Yeah, I think the interesting thing is I've seen Chris comment saying we're a long ball team before the game, so I found that quite amusing, to be honest. So I don't think we're a long ball today by any means. Well, I wouldn't say so, no.
Good delivery from Gallagher for the free kick for the first goal.
That's what Gal brings us, you know, he's got real quality. I didn't think he had his best first half either, to be honest, but I thought as it wore on, the one thing about Gal is he can pick that pass that unlocks defences, you know, and that's why he's been in the team of late, and he's the guy that produces that bit of quality where Shawnee gets on the end of it. So yeah, no, delighted with him.
Decent performance by Josh Hill as well, down the left for Graham.
Yeah, I didn't think he was aggressive enough first half. You know, that was what I was talking to him about. I felt that he allowed the striker to get across too easily. He was a bit tentative in his work. I thought second half he improved considerably. Much more belief in his play, much more aggressive in terms of knowing where he's going to play the pass before it comes to him. So that was a lot better. That was a lot better for him second half.
You got your break now. You go away on international duty, so is it just a case turn the rest of the lads off for a day or two and a bit of training?
Yeah, they'll have a couple of days off. We'll be in for 3 days. We'll do a bit of heavy work. We've got a game set up for the Thursday, which is a really good game for some of the other lads that haven't been playing, and then we'll have the weekend off, and then we'll get a full working week next week, building into the 2 games coming up.
You've hinted at it, 6 away is quite a lot for Preston in recent years. It's a sign of the way things are going for you, isn't it?
Sorry, say it again?
6 players being away is a sign of the way things are going.
Yeah, I think it is. You know, I think when I first came in, we had maybe 1 or 2 international players. Now we've got 6 away. I mean, for a club like us, it's not really had a lot of internationals. Certainly now we're moving in the right direction. You know, I think the players are getting more recognition. I think, to be fair to the national teams, I think our players are improving. So they're better players now than what they were at the start of the season. So that's excellent, and that can only help them improve again by playing another level of football and getting maybe fresh ideas as well for another coach or another manager. Try to add sort of increments and layers to their game.
I was going to say, for you lose a few players for a couple of weeks, don't you, on the training ground, but as you say, they learn other things. It works both ways, I guess, does it?
Yeah, I just hope when they come back they remember everything I taught them, because that's the most important thing to us.
One of those might be going away, Greg Cunningham, not around today. Is he okay, or is it just...
No, he came off in the last game at half time, didn't he? Do you know what I mean? So Greg's not going to make the trip, unfortunately. That's the last 3 trips he's been called up, and he's been injured prior to it. And we're not talking niggles, I mean, we're talking proper injuries. So really frustrated and disappointed for Greg, because he deserves that recognition that he's not yet had. So hopefully that comes at some stage.
Alex, when you mentioned Sean Maguire not quite being, the 100% or whatever, is that fitness or sharpness?
Probably sharpness. You know, I think fitness levels, he's worked really hard for us, so he's in a good shape of fitness. I wouldn't say he's sort of after pre-season when you're at your prime, but I think in terms of his sharpness, there's more to come. Do you know what I mean? Because I've worked with Sean now since the start of the season, and when he first came, when he'd still been playing at Cork, he was sharp as a tack, you know, and I think we've still got elements to add to that.
And there's quite a lot of expectation on him, or anticipation about him now. Do you think your message might be actually, it might be next season before he's 100%?
I think that what he can do, he can definitely score goals. He can definitely affect games. His movement's excellent. He's got good pace. He can take the ball in. I would think, in my opinion, I think you'll see the very best of Sean Maguire next year. Once I get a good pre-season under his belt and get him sort of really finely tuned, I think he'll be real top player next year.
Is that with Maguire, is it sort of adjusting from the Irish season obviously runs at a different time than the English season? You know, you have the overlap this time, didn't you, that he can have a bit of a break in the summer?
Yeah, I think for Sean in particular, but it's more adjusting to the fact that he nearly ruptured his hamstring. That was a really horrendous injury. He had to get surgery. You know, he's got a scar about 12 inches long, so it wasn't a minor surgery he had. I mean, it was proper, and he's done extremely well. He's actually back quicker than what he probably should have been, but he's that strong in terms of he's like a wee bull, and he works extremely hard on his games. So, but like anything, when you come back for that mid-season, you're not at full tilt. Do you know what I mean? And I think he's getting sharper, he's getting quicker, he's getting better. But I'm hoping he'll hit top form between now and the end of the season. But I think once we get a full sort of clear run at it with pre-season under his belt, I think he'll be firing all cylinders then. So that's, thank you. Cheers.